Hey guys, first regards in here, and I'll be talking about the new changes or nerfs to the tactical class in Space Marine 2 patch 14 on the public test server and soon to be the live game. And this is mainly revolving around his burn damage, Auspex interactions, and also a fabled perk interaction that has finally been nerfed for the most part. So if you're unaware, pretty much since patch 12, the tactical has had a bug perk interaction with crack and penetrator rounds where the 50% body shot damage buff on this would apply to your burn damage if you swap to a bolter weapon while your enemy was on fire, and also this would apply to things like your grenade launcher if you zoomed out after firing the grenades initially. But that has been fixed on the PTS. The crack and penetrator rounds no longer apply their fat damage buff on your burn if you swap to bolters. However, they will still apply the fat damage buff on your plasma. But I'm going to be real, guys. I'm pretty sure they're coming for this next, because there's no way that like the bomb launcher of the heroic plasma pistol is going to survive where the burn damage did not, because they also nerfed the Auspex interaction with the burn in this patch, because now the Auspex scan will no longer buff your burn at all, which is kind of a massive gargantuan nerf to the Pyroblaster. I mean, the Pyroblaster was, in my opinion, the strongest weapon in the entire game for operations and hard strats, and that's mainly because the tactical just kind of broke this gun, and the ammo economy was like supreme with Emperor's Vengeance and stuff like that, and you could really just run around, burn like 5 bosses alive at once if they actually showed up, and just like nuke the entire battlefield for the most part. But that is finally gone, so things like a concentrated fire, precise calibration, Pyroblaster burn combo, these are no longer to be found in Space Marine 2, and I think the reason for this is that they buffed up the heavy class over here with his Pyro Cannon. This did get a range damage buff, and that is a pretty good thing for this gun. However, as a result, I think they took a look at TAC and were like, TAC's Pyroblaster and his interactions are just way too strong by comparison to other classes, so they decided to nerf him there, and as by proxy, they also, nerfed the crack and penetrator rounds, because even if the 50% body shot damage buff of this was still applying on the Auspex, or like was still out there, it wouldn't really matter, because as long as the Auspex scan is gone, the crack and penetrator rounds are just not remotely as effective on the tactical. So for that reason, I think they just decided to say, fuck the Pyroblaster, but the Pyroblaster is still a top tier gun. I mean, the burn damage here is still kind of nuts. It's just they've brought him in line with the other classes. Tactical is still that guy, he's just not the guy he used to be, which is like one patch ago. But to be honest, I don't think most people expected crack and penetrator rounds to survive beyond like one patch anyways. However, if you want to use this on the plasma weapons, you can still do that for now. It is functional. It might even be functional on like the heroic heavy bolt rifle and grenade launchers, but for now, the Pyroblaster has been neutered. And that is all there is for this one, guys. The TAC is still an incredibly powerful class. The Auspex scan is still, in my opinion, the best class ability in the entire game, but the Pyroblaster is no longer the king, and I think it is very much comparable, if not superseded, by things like the heroic heavy bolt rifle and the bolt rifle grenade launcher option. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I know a lot of people hate nerfs in games, but in this case, the Pyroblaster was like disproportionately powerful, and I'm not really surprised that it got nerfed. I'm more so surprised it took this long to actually fix it. Anyways, that's all I'd say in this one, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye.